Have you started playing Merge Mansion or Merge Fellas yet?
Merge what now?
That game I sent you?
No, I've been very busy. I've had a lot on my plate. Did you know that I edit?
You edit?
Yeah, I just started. It's really fun. I don't know why everyone complains.
Maybe that's our vibe for the going into the winter. Like instead, when we want to complain about something, we flip it on its head and we
Kill it.
What's the opposite of complain? Compliment?
Kill. Celebrate.
Celebrate it.
Celebrate your death. Come on. It's time for you to die today.
Did you see the Chapel Roan follow-up notes app exclamation?
No.
Proclamation.
Mm-mm.
She just basically said, like, you don't get to touch me when I'm off the clock. Chapel Roan is a project. If we're in a meet and greet, if we're at the venue, if we're doing that, that's fine. But if I am not at a work function, if I am out among the world, you do not get to touch me. You shouldn't take pictures of me. You know, and honestly, I'm on her side.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her. I saw a Twitter thread today, like all the celebrities that have liked that post. And it's just like...
Oh, now we're going to have to cancel them.
People have just been silently suffering for years. Not suffering, but like putting up with this fucked up part of their job.
Suffering. Everyone's allowed to express their suffering. Except for you, Alexis. It's just too much.
Well, that's all I do.
Is suffer?
Ooh, that smells good. Is that Brittany?
Yeah, but
hell
it's
yeah.
so great. You can spray some. Maria.
I don't think I couldn't possibly.
Because of your pheromones?
Gosh, that really projectiles out.
Yeah, it shoots hard.
My little scent birds are like a nice little mist, and that one's like...
Don't mention Scentbird. They are not sponsoring us right now.
I signed up for them. I used our code. But I could only afford the 1 a month. I want to work up to the 3 a month.
Whoa. What if that is the thing that gets you into being like a more productive citizen in the world? Is you get like a big lady job just because you want more Scentbird?
I don't think I'm not cut out for a job. I was actually just thinking today about that one kid who I cried.
Oh.
Because he was clearly on something, but he yelled at me in front of everyone. And I remember being ready to walk out right then and there.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think you're built for job either.
I'm not built for much.
I think you're built to bring joy to others. Well, people who don't know you.
Yeah.
Frustrate the ones closest to you, but also give us a purpose.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't feel like doing my job just because I'm a human being, you know, and sometimes you just don't want to do job. But I remember if I don't do job, you'll die.
I would.
So because of you, I work.
Because of you, I
never die. I didn't put the episode out until after the book launch thing had happened, so sorry if you were planning on coming, because I didn't tell you about it.
Oh, was that fun? I have to say, Darby.
Uh-oh.
I get nervous when I'm not there because I do feel like I uplift you and I make you funnier. Like we both make each other funnier versions of ourselves.
I completely
and, like, better
agree.
hosts and stuff.
I completely agree.
So I was nervous when it was just you.
You don't believe in me?
No, of course not. Of course I believe in you. And you killed it. You knocked it out of the park.
Oh.
Every single question was funny, but you were still like focused on why we were there. You had amazing crowd work.
Yeah.
You looked phenomenal, even though the lighting wasn't ideal.
The lighting was not ideal.
But you know what was ideal? Was the AC. And it was at an old ladies club.
Shakespeare Club of Pasadena.
The Shakespeare Club of Pasadena.
It's old white ladies.
And I thought,
honest.
I'm nervous. Once I heard it was old white ladies, but then I realized.
I thought we were going to hear a few slurs.
Old white ladies?
To be honest.
Old white ladies?
They're
they
cold.
love the AC just as much as we do.
Well, you are an old white lady, so
Thank
I don't know
you.
why you're talking
Thank
like
you.
you're separate.
I was so comfortable in that room.
Yeah, I loved how cold it was.
Comfortable.
It was a gorgeous, gorgeous event.
They got it right in Pasadena. I feel like we need to get our eyes in Pasadena a little bit more.
Oh, I absolutely would love to. I mean, thankfully, we spoke with someone who was at the event who works for the Pasadena Playhouse.
Oh, yes!
And I
My
was
new
like-
friend, Spencer.
Oh, she got it. I had a wonderful time.
You killed it.
Thank you so much.
You were so fucking good.
I have to say, I really, I miss being on a microphone.
You are so
I just think
good
that's where
at
I
it.
excel. I excel
Yeah.
at that. So going into this event, my friend Rachel, author of We
Rachel
Love the Nightlife,
Croft,
current book of the week in
Author-
People magazine,
We Love the Nightlife, author of Stone Cold Fox.
Stone Cold Fox. She said, "Oh, just prepare a few questions. It's only going to be 20 minutes of us talking before we do like audience Q&A." And I was like, "Okay, great." I call Michael. This is what I says to Michael, my best friend in Chicago, Michael. I says, "Michael,
It's your Chicago
who I'm going to
best
see
friend. Your
this
Chicago best
coming
friend.
weekend." But
Yeah,
whatever.
Chicago only.
Well, I'm like, "Hey, you're a big book girly. Are there any questions maybe I'm not thinking of?" And so we put together a few questions, and I went into it. It's dumb, but I went to it with like 5 questions. Because I thought, like, we can volley, we can propel the conversation. And I think for the first few questions, there was nervous energy. Rachel was a little nervous. I was a little nervous. Just because, like,
I could not tell.
it's a new, well, obviously I'm a professional, but just, it's a new experience, it's a new crowd, and, you know, I don't know what to expect from Pasadena Shakespeare fans. So she answers all of the first few questions very quickly with just a few words. And I was able to, like, volley a little, but I think she was just too nervous. So we're about 5 minutes into this 20-minute conversation. I'm out of questions. Completely ran out. So I improv'd most of that, and I have to say, that felt like a superpower. I was like, oh my God, I made all of that up. I made all of that up, you fucking idiots.
You are so
You fell for it, you piece of
good.
shit.
It is a
Anyway.
superpower. It's like you look up there and you think it's. I'm doing it. I'm doing that thing you don't like editing around.
No, it's okay. Sometimes, have you noticed I've just stopped editing around it and I leave it in?
Oh, I think that's good for me and my brand.
Yeah.
Do I need lip gloss?
I like it without, but if you want it, of course.
Okay. Do you need lip gloss?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to. I just wanted to make sure.
No, you're right.
I was trying to see if you had forgotten it.
It's my flat ass in this. I'm gonna blur out my flat ass.
Your ass isn't flat.
Yes, it is, and I'm okay with
it. It's
I've
cute.
lived a long life. Whenever I start to feel bad about anything on my body, honestly, I just tell myself, you've lived such a long life. Like, I'm just so glad I have a body.
Yeah. I gotta say, I never have loved my body until I started transition.
I
And
hated
now,
your body before.
Oh,
the
I hated my
transition.
body before. And you, even though you know you're trans or you think you might be trans, there's all these things that don't click into place until after you've started your transition. And one of
Right.
them was like, oh, that's why I fucking hated my body. It wasn't because I was thick. Because even when I was skinny, I still hated it. And now I love it. But I'll tell you what,
I hated your skinny body.
get you
the
a boy,
most.
get you a boy who loves a thick. Loves a thick, and you just feel so fucking beautiful.
I
all
would
the
be so
time.
fucked.
Well, I
Just
mean, I'm
kidding.
saying
No,
if
I
you
know,
were
I know.
thick.
I think you have a gorgeous body, and I'm so happy that
I
you have
love
someone
that.
that
My
appreciates
titties are
it.
so big now.
You just seem so much more.
Can I tell you
Alive.
something? Can I tell you something?
Uh-huh.
That event would not have gone to if I had not started my transition. A lot of which would have been, the anxiety would have been around, I don't have anything to wear and I can't wear sweats to this.
I get it.
Some friend's wedding years ago, before pandemic, before trans, I just didn't go to their wedding. And I told them right before that I would be there. And I still feel really bad about that.
Well, that's mental health. That's a mental issue.
Yeah.
People can't be mad at that. I mean, people who are your friend know how you are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But isn't that
Unreliable.
crazy?
No, it is crazy. Well, to make it about me, as a boy, I struggled too because Curtis is very into fashion and wearing really weird
He
stuff.
likes to dress, yeah.
He likes to dress. He likes to dress. And I've never really explored that as a boy. I get the same thing when we have to go somewhere and like he's getting all dressed up. I'm like, okay, which of the 3 outfits I have will I
You
wear?
dress so cute. I feel
It's
like
only
you're getting
because
more confident.
Most of what I'm wearing belongs to him.
Well, that's the benefit of doing same sex.
Oh yeah, I don't like dick. I don't have to buy clothes.
Yeah.
But can I tell you, overall, it was a great experience. But I must tell you about the creepy man that Alexis, her fingerprints are now all over his phone. So she will be called in for questioning at
Oh
some point.
my God.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But this guy, In the setup of the room, there's two sides of the room, and then Rachel and I are on stage in little chairs, okay?
Yeah.
And we're doing conversation. We're saying, so books, words? And she goes, yes. And in the front row, on the aisle, right by me, is this older man, which I didn't think was that weird because it was Shakespeare Club of Pasadena, okay? No one there was below 50, including Alexis. Except the entire time, he's taking photos. And from my point of view, and I am a Leo, so I automatically assume it's about me, but it did appear to be like he was taking pictures of me.
Okay, I gotta tell you, we haven't connected about this yet. I was on the aisle because I wanted to get a good look at you, but he was on the opposite end on the front row, so I could see his phone screen. And there were a couple moments like he would zoom in on Rachel and take a picture of her, and then he would zoom in on your face and take a picture of you. So I was keeping an eye on it, and it all seemed above legs.
Yeah,
but
above legs.
But it did make me like, that's weird.
I didn't think much about it, you know, at the time until it's the end of the event. He's like, oh my God. That was one thing that was really funny is a lot of the older people, the younger people that were there were like, oh my God, you were so fucking funny. Holy shit, you're so funny. And I'm
Yeah.
like, of course I am. But the older people, almost all said, you're such a great interviewer, which I think is such a weird thing to say to a drag queen who was making jokes about farts. But anyway, so he's like, oh, you're such a great interviewer. And I was like, thank you, old man. And then he's like, can we get a picture? And I was like, sure. So he pulls out his phone to hand to Alexis because she's picture taker at this event. And there's a really beautiful blonde woman as his lock screen. Upon seeing it and seeing his age, I thought maybe it was his daughter. Like, I don't know.
Oh, wait. I'm remembering watching this. Go ahead.
You were there.
Yeah.
I say, oh, who was that? And he was like, oh, just some hot cheerleader. I just think she's really hot. And that's when I went, maybe I wasn't making it up. Maybe he really was a creep. So we take a picture, which was fine, whatever. He didn't like do anything crazy, but that interaction,
someone needs to check his hard drive.
Someone needs to check his hard drive. And his basement.
I bet you he's just taking pictures of women out in public.
Oh,
left and right.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He gave me the creeps, but
that man,
picture.
If you're watching,
and that
tag
man
us.
was Barack Obama.
No. Barack Obama was at the DNC.
And on that note, let's get into the DNC.
Let's get into politics. Hi, I'm political correspondent Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for pundit.
Can I say, okay, I know this won't come as a shock to anyone watching. And if it does, there's something wrong with our relationship. I have not loved President Biden's response to the war crimes that Israel is committing in Gaza, in that we are helping supply those weapons. So fucked up. But Kamala, I was able to kind of hide my head in the sand a little because I was just so excited that there was a human being that could finish sentences running for president that I was like, great, she's perfect. Did I love what she said at the DNC about Israel? No. No, I didn't. But I am thankful for that moment because it did help the scales fell away from my eyes, and it did help me remember that she's a politician in the United States. And I'm excited people are excited about her, meaning we won't have Trump again, but they are still politicians, and it is still very much our responsibility to yell at them. So
oh, for sure.
It was a sobering moment for me because I was so excited, and I was fucking watching the DNC on television, mainly because I thought Beyonce would be there because of a tweet. But yeah, fuck that take, Kamala. Bad.
I agree.
Bad,
this
you dumb
is disgusting.
bitch.
The whole thing is gross.
But positive.
The whole
Gus.
Who?
Gus Walls.
Oh, the son?
The son. Gus.
I don't know. I feel like it's
I love
incredibly
him.
weird for a young man to cry.
That's true. And about his dad being a vice president nominee.
Weird.
It's weird. It's super weird. No, I just love him, and I love the conversations that people are getting to have about neurodivergent people and family members. As someone who worked with a lot of people, neurodivergent populations as a teacher, I was so thankful it was happening. I was so thankful to see, I don't know, to have the world be able to see that and to see people who are neurodivergent nonverbal people, because he's mostly nonverbal, I think. I could be incorrect, but I think he's mostly, are human beings with real emotions, and they should be allowed to show them. And seeing everyone embrace him so much just made me so excited. And I thought Ann Coulter's take was great. A grown woman saying a neurodivergent boy cheering for his father is weird. I don't think that's weird. I don't think that's weird at all.
Yeah.
I think she should have said it more. I don't know why she deleted that tweet. I saw a tweet that said, Ann Coulter looks like she invented dust.
Look, this isn't a political show. This is
sorry.
actually
Yeah.
a show about friendship and drag. And everyone knows drag is not political. And everyone also knows that on an opinion show, we have to have the right opinion.
We can't share our
100%
opinion.
of the time. So, should we get into our opinions about the main show?
Only if we have the right ones.
Okay.
Let's get started. Mabu, hi. Welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for petty. Yes, if you didn't know, the P always stands for petty. Update, I still have not been paid from that one gig. It's been 60 days. There has been forward movement.
Okay.
But I did also realize that the company that has not paid me for my Pride Bingo that happened over 60 days ago is actually the company that I do my vision insurance. So I canceled my vision insurance, but I have never seen more clearly.
You need that. I'm sorry this is happening to you, but I'm even more sorry that it hasn't been resolved because it's going to continue to be a thing that you talk about.
No, I
No,
know,
I'm
I
kidding.
know it's
I know
so
it's awful.
stupid, but
No, it's not stupid, it's frustrating.
And it's less about like I need money. It's about it's no secret. I'm barely hanging on to this as a profession.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when I look at the very few gigs that non-RuPaul girls do get to have that do pay a little bit of money, they just fucking dangle you. College gigs, corporate Pride Bingo gigs, corporate Pride gigs, drag queens and queer people, to some corporations, are only like, yeah, cool. And then the minute that month is over, was it July?
For me, every month
Everyone
is Pride
fucking
Month.
doesn't matter.
I'm
and you're
always
nothing.
proud.
And what? Oh, you're not in our system.
Throw it.
What do you mean?
Brick.
Oh, we don't operate on a net 30. We actually operate on a net 45, by the way.
I'm changing my drag name to Annette Funicello. May she rest.
I love her.
Loved. I'm so sorry that's continuing to happen to you, but I'm really happy with how you're dealing with it. Because I gotta say, in the past, before you were getting stooped regularly, you would talk about it nonstop, and you only bring it up every time I talk to you. So I think that's growth. I think it's growth.
It is growth. It is growth.
It's growth.
It is growth.
You talk about that and you talk about Survivor. You've got a very full, small plate.
I'm on to Isle of Extinction. And in
Oh,
this
no.
season, instead of going home, people go to an island where they really do have nothing.
Naked
I
and
believe
Afraid.
it's season
I've seen it.
38. Some of these people are naked, basically. No, but it's really good because David came back. He got to come back for like a second go round. And he was in one of the first seasons I ever watched, season 33. Oh my gosh. And he was like an exec from LA, like a writer or something. And he was afraid of everything. He was like truly had one of the most.
The
most
mini challenge
craziest-
is a sack race. Oh my God.
Survivor Philippines. I mean, Drag Race Philippines. Oh no.
What'd you say?
I said Survivor Philippines. It's Drag Race.
I mean, it could be seen that way, and one girl did not survive.
No. I'm obsessed with Mama Powell's suit in this.
Oh my God, right?
The patches in the pockets.
And I didn't even realize it until I watched some Bodie's opinion. Is it Bodie or Body? I watch his show and I don't even know. Anyway, I watched the YouTuber's video and he was like, I'm so glad her hair is dark again. I forgot that last season she was a blonde and it made her look kind of sickly.
Lots of gay people choose to go blonde. It
In
is
times
not
of crisis.
It's not for everyone.
In times of crisis.
I want to
Yeah.
say, it's not for everyone.
So the mini challenge is a sack race. First of all, hilarious that sack because of balls. Did you ever do sack race in field day?
Yeah.
That was so fun. Hopping as a mean of transportation
Now,
means. So
I don't love.
what I meant was means.
I don't love because it takes a lot of. I don't love that.
Well, because you're
I
cartilage.
did it on Camp Wanakiki, and it was my least favorite part of the whole
You
experience.
keep bringing that up. What is that? What made me laugh, though, was that Mama Pao was like, now you have time to get into your sexy big boobies quick drag look.
Yeah.
She said, sexy big boobies. They asked a toddler to describe the mini challenge, and she went with it. Sexy big boobies. Versex decided, I don't do big boobs. Even though that's the whole point of this.
She does.
I don't do big boobs. I'm a supermodel. She does, in fact, compete. She does win her round, but thankfully...
But she gets...
Thankfully, Mama Pao's like, sexy big boobies is kind of the whole point of this, sorry.
She had an opportunity, and she
wasted it.
Wasted it.
She wasted her opportunity. Hang on. No.
She had an opportunity to exhibit model behavior.
She had an opportunity to exhibit model behavior. But instead... her areolas got too big. Too real. Kiana wins, and Kiana's actually the person who lost to her, so I do think that's very funny.
That is funny.
So Kiana wins. She is the new... Who's the girl that kept winning?
Matilda?
She's the new Matilda.
Yeah.
I'm Matilda. I'm a Matilda. My teacher is nicer than my parents. So we find out we're going to do the girl group challenge.
Girl group challenge!
They are doing Don't Fuck It Up, which of course is... Gotta say.
Love it.
It was a bop.
Oh, it was so good.
It was a bop.
Yeah.
It was a bop. Because Kiana wins, she gets to pick her team, and then she picks a bunch of people. Versex being one of those people, which was...
interesting.
I thought it was a people-pleasing move, and I completely understand that. If someone has been mean to me, I will go out of my way to make them think that I'm
maybe
likable.
she was doing keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Well, she, unfortunately, after this episode, won't be able to do that anymore. Should we just go to the runway and talk about their performance as well?
We should, but I do have to say Moofs is hot.
Oh my god.
And his name is funny.
It's funny. It sounds like a cow farting.
Or incredible.
Moof.
Maybe not funny. I don't want to be disrespectful,
Actually,
but I just
it sounds
loved it.
like a toddler, the same toddler who came up with sexy big boobies, describing what sound a cow makes.
Moofs.
Moof.
I would like to make a moof on you, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, if you're going to talk moof, I can also talk. I do want to talk about Angeline Quinto. Quinto? Close enough. I know we haven't been talking about the guest judges. Sorry about that. But I loved her.
Oh, I
loved her feedback. I loved...
her energy during the judging and the lip sync.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I just thought, and as they were recording, I just thought she was really positive and helpful. And even when Versex was doing poorly, she was so encouraging.
She was still giving help, though. It was nice. It was a good
She
balance.
was serving help.
Yeah.
She was giving helpful. Mama Pao, first up.
Ooh.
I loved this look.
I loved it.
Khaled Karen, who, by the way, looked outrageous. Khaled Karen's one of the most beautiful women in the world. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Mama Pao, she said, was serving suman, which is Filipino rice cakes cooked in coconut milk and covered in banana leaves.
Delicious.
So she was yellow.
Delicious.
Okay. And her nude illusion had little gems all over it. So I assume that suman also has little diamonds in it. And that's rich. That sounds rich.
That's assuming a lot.
Don't talk for the rest of this thing. You killed it. You won't get better than that. Any word you say will ruin your legacy. The first group that goes up is the Borak Pak, and that is Kiana's group. So it's, I'll put it on the screen. It doesn't matter. I thought they were great. Again, it's a boppity bop bop bop.
Yeah.
Obviously, Maxi is incredible.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Maxi
my God.
is so incredible.
Shut it down.
She is a queen of the universe. And I would like to fight anyone who disagrees. I can't imagine anyone would disagree, but I am physically violent sometimes.
Truly so good. Shame for sex with kind of their...
I felt so bad for Versex. Can I ask you this? Why were they all in the exact same color except for Versex? She had the boots on.
I imagine...
That made her stick out like a sore thumb.
That's the thing, yeah.
It did not help her blend in at all.
You never know how those go. Like, if there's, like, fabric in there, they're all like, oh, we can all do this color.
I completely get the impulse to push your brand, right? And she's like, my brand is fashion. I only do fashion. It's fashion. I only do fashion. I just do fashion.
Fashion Versex.
But she's not versatile when it comes to...
following directions.
Yeah. she's doing her own thing. At some point, you have to say, I'm in the competition. I need to play the game.
Well, and it's
I
also
need to play by the rules.
It's also good just to be flexible within your brand.
Well, I think
and
she
say
showed,
like, I'm still gonna be me, but here's how I'm gonna do it.
I think she showed in her first episode when she just went off. She's got a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and I think for her own growth as a human being and as a person, because she's still so young, I think she needs time away. And not in like a home or jail or anything, just away from the TV.
Well, I think she's gonna get it.
I also loved Kiana's verse. She started with, "My family might be broken." Not funny.
That
Breaking
is
a
so
family.
relatable to this one.
I mean, not for the same reason. It sounds like she was going through a lot, and that's really sad. Although I did find out it does look like it's stomach cancer, and he's doing really, 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 really bad. And so I might be an orphan soon.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I need this. I need this win.
Catch Twinnuendo out every Tuesday.
I'm glad you're not bitter anymore because you've got your own project. And
I
by
was-
that I mean a boyfriend.
I was never. yeah. I was never bitter. Come on. I support the two of you. I'm
Thank
just
you.
bitter that I don't have a twin.
You are as much work as twins. I have to say, having you as a friend, it does feel like I have twins that I have to babysit.
Thank you so much.
Just because the amount that you eat.
Yeah.
And then we had Harfacockers.
Harfacockers.
I gotta say,
I liked them.
I was not excited for John when John was like, it's now my time to prove it. Whenever they do a talking head of someone saying that, I'm not just an online queen, I can prove I'm more than that. It's usually a bad sign. But John was right. John was great.
John was
great.
good.
Tita Baby. I loved Tita Baby. I
Oh, yeah.
loved Tita Baby.
Their whole group was really good.
I liked Mix too, but we'll get to that once we start talking about the judging. All right,
Okay.
let's go to the
Let's go
runway.
to the runway.
It's
First up-
Per
which is carnival or
It's
fair?
Carnival.
Carnival.
But fair, not carnival. You know, just carnival.
Like carnival fair.
Like in a parking lot.
A little, yeah.
Yeah.
Up first is Kiana. She was the Carousel, and it was so beautiful.
That's your second incredible take. I'm so proud of you. I love your nails.
Damn it. They're finally
She
gone.
looks amazing.
I loved it.
The masks were a gorgeous touch.
Yeah.
I really do think the masks helped elevate the entire thing, but holy shit.
Was it one of the
And it
Never
was.
Ending Stories where the guy had the face, but he had a bunch of faces on every side, so it would like turn?
Ugh, that
It was
sounds
really
scary.
creepy. It was a lot of kids' movies from the 80s that were terrifying, but I was obsessed with.
That's why we all like true crime now, because we were raised
Yeah,
to fear
on
everyone
Mombies,
and
Hall of
everything.
Heads, and
Rescue 911. Do you remember Rescue 911?
oh my god, my parents would watch that. My mom would
William
watch that.
Shatner. It's his
I'll
best
never
work.
forget the baby that she accidentally left the water too hot and the baby's skin melted off. It was a baby. She put in the bath, boiled.
Like a bagel.
Yeah.
Then we have, okay, she's coming for your gig. We have Angel.
Oh, Angel, she was
Bingo.
the bingo girl. She looked really good.
I loved this.
She looked really
And she was
good.
having so much fun with it. Listen, I know that there has been mixed reactions to her not leaving, but having her be in the girl group challenge and then serving this look, I'm glad she's here.
I have to say,
I'm glad she's here.
I love one of the most beautiful faces to me, like something about her face.
Mhm.
And she's just always so fun and beautiful. I love it.
And she's having a great time.
And this is good. This is really good.
Then we had Zimba. Now, Zimba is not the whole carousel. She's just one of the horses, baby. She doesn't have to be
She's
the whole carousel.
The horse that her parents would take her to
Get kicked by.
the carnival, but they couldn't always afford. I just love that everything
They
Zimba
couldn't always
does
afford. I know.
I
I love
love
that.
that
She's like,
everything
I'm
she
the
does
horse
is-
for everyone.
is in reference to her family and her
Yeah.
history. Like,
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I liked it a lot. Then we have Popstar Bench.
She was a Ferris wheel.
Now, it wasn't until the judging when the judges were like, why is that in front of your face and in your entire body? That she did turn it around at the judging and it looked a million times
So much better.
Because she is gorgeous and I
Yeah.
love her body.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand that choice. But I really liked it when she flipped it around.
Well, maybe when she's sitting on the bench, she can't, like, it's much more comfortable for it to be in front of your face.
And she has to contractually, she's obligated to sit on benches between takes.
'Cause she's pop star
She's sponsored. Well, she's sponsored by the bench.
By the bench
coalition.
Big Bench.
Big Bench. Big Bench.
Do you remember the Ferris wheel on Navy Pier, Chicago?
Yeah,
My cousins,
of course.
Ben and Adam,
Scary.
they lived in Africa. And one time when they were coming back, they like visited home and then they were going back to Africa. They had a layover, like a 6-hour layover in Chicago, and they came to visit me. And we went to Navy Pier, we had lunch somewhere, and we went on the Ferris wheel. And you know it's supposed to keep moving, right?
Well, it stops to let people on and off if they
No.
get stuck or they fall.
It keeps moving.
Yeah, unless they fall.
Right. So we were on and it stopped. And it stopped for like 20 minutes. And my cousin Adam, he's a little scared of heights. And he was like, "Oh, is it supposed to stop?" And I had to do improv. And I said, "Oh, yeah, it stops. I don't know why it stopped this long. But yeah, this is okay. Everything's fine." And he was like, "Okay." And then he went back to Africa. And he's the one that died.
He died from a great height.
Yeah.
That was foreshadowing. Oh my God. Well, rest in peace, Adam. I'm glad that you got to Ferris wheel. That's cool.
I did feel special that his last moments in America were with me.
We're stuck in a Ferris wheel. That's not funny.
Yeah, with
That's
me.
not funny. Then we had Versex, and this is what I'm talking about. She is a fashion clown. She's Vivienne Westwood clown interpretation. Head in a box because of clown. She looks great. Don't get me wrong.
I don't get Carnival, but I do love it. I think she looks cool.
Great. Here's the thing is if this were something that happened every other runway, fine. But she has been doing her own, this is my style, I only do this style. She even says in her talking head over this, she's like, yeah, and I'm doing like a fashion clown. I made it fashion because that's all I'm ever going to do. I don't know. I get it from an age perspective. She's so young and she's so, cover your ears for sex, insecure because of everything that's been happening around her, to her, perhaps because of her. We don't know the full story. So I get why she's trying to hold on so hard to this identity, but it's not fun to watch when you're a contestant on a game show. I appreciate different interpretations, but at some point I do want you to just play the game. Even the mini challenge of not wearing boobs for the mini challenge. You're not here to play the game, are you? Are you? Oh, uncover your ears. Are you? She said no.
I like it. I just wouldn't have known what the category was.
Right.
By looking at it.
Then we had Maxie.
Maxie, she was
Oh my
referencing
God.
a color game. I do think it's interesting because there are a lot of parallels between her and Angel. Angel did a game. She did a game. I
Their
think this
moms
is
are the same.
beautiful. I think this is beautiful.
Yeah, no, I think she looks gorgeous.
I think this is so cool. And you know what? I kept saying last episode, this is the first time we've ever had siblings on the show. And that is true. We have had twins before, but these are siblings. Do you understand? Twins are their own kind of thing. They're like freak show, like a abomination of creation. They're like a freak show, but these are just regular. These are just normal siblings. So that's all he meant. I completely acknowledge Salt and Pepper, and I completely acknowledge your feelings.
I'm going to tell the Sugar Baker twins what you just said about them, and they're going to take back that $100 gift card you won.
It wasn't a $100 gift card.
$25 in
It was
Hamburger Mary's
100
bucks.
pennies. It was 100 pennies.
Okay. Then we had Mix Chanel. Now, she was the Pesos game. I don't know what that is.
This was kind of a Miss Chanel.
Can I be honest? I didn't dislike it.
No, I didn't either.
I
I
think-
just wanted to do the wordplay because her name is Mix Chanel.
I think they were being extra hard on her because she's such a cunt to work with. Because she's a perfectionist. And she's very, I have to do this and I must do this. And all the girls are annoyed by her. And I think they wanted to take her down a peg. And so I think they commented, I mean, I agree with Jiggly. She did say that a ruffle at your waist is never good, no matter how tiny you are.
A ruffle at your waist, will make you question your taste. That's what she could have said.
A ruffle at your waist will make you be eating disorders. Probably.
A ruffle? No.
Nah, you stopped yourself. That was probably good. I didn't really mind this look. I gotta be honest. But
Yeah, I didn't either.
whatever. Then we had
John Federiga.
Now, she was the whole carnival.
I loved it.
She
First
put the
of all,
Ferris wheel
that
on her back,
hair.
and it
Yeah,
worked.
she put the Ferris wheel on her back. Maybe Popstar Bench saw that and said, "Oh, I can't have it on my back too," and she moved it to the front.
Oh, well, she fucked herself. John looked great. I loved everything.
John looked so good.
There are some outfits, and honestly, we have a lot of outfits on the Philippines that are just very busy. Sometimes it does look like people don't edit well, which I'm sorry, I'm talking about Tita Baby, but this, it looks gorgeous. I'm
It's
so
chaotic,
impressed.
but I'm like able to focus.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. Speaking of chaos, we get into Tita Baby. Now, Tita Baby was like, I'm the balloon dart game.
She was the balloon dart game, but she was like the prize wall.
She was really just the prize
behind
wall.
the balloon
She was the
dart
prize wall. I
game.
wonder if the balloon was an afterthought, because it certainly appears to be. And I love Tita Baby. Do not get me wrong.
Yeah.
But this is a mess.
Yeah,
This
this is
reminds
not-
me of her...
Trash.
No, not the trash in part. The store. The,
Yeah, the
variety
store.
store
The
look.
variety store.
I don't think she edits well. I like the hair.
Right after that, we had Yuri Puta with a real balloon dart.
She came out
Look.
as the balloon.
She came out as the
She popped
balloons.
herself, and
Yeah.
then she was the prize. It was a little more cerebral, so there is a
Yeah.
lot of just, you take it all in. But I gotta admit, I didn't mind it.
I liked it.
I think if there were a smaller amount of girls, perhaps I would have been a little
Shout
more
out to her.
critical.
She looks so beautiful in the big sexy boobies titties competition. Didn't
Right?
she look
Hot.
so beautiful?
Very hot. And finally, Jay Quinn.
Oh, this is cute.
I agree. I think it's cute.
I think it's cute. Very impressive that she made that wig.
Yeah. Can you
I
tell?
like it.
Yeah. My voice keeps getting higher.
They tell the safe people they're safe, and then when they're giving the notes, like top and bottom notes, they go to Versex, and Versex has this weird face, and Mama Pao imitates it, so they have a little face off. Look at this. Look at that face, and then Mama Pao does it, and
It's
then
great.
they give her the notes that she didn't do good, and then they cut back to it, and Versex has that same face. It's like smile, but like. Because of the makeup, it's so funny.
I think finally even the judges were over Versex. Because they
Yeah.
were just like, you don't want to participate.
I have to shout out Mama Pao. I love watching her watch because she will make faces.
Yeah.
Like you can read what she's thinking.
Yeah. She doesn't hide it well.
It's so.
Yeah. She'd be a terrible
But it
politician.
adds. Oh, it's so good.
Now, we do get a incredibly sad story from John.
Yeah.
That she was sexually assaulted. It was so beautiful to see everyone rally around her. That's
Yeah.
something in the Philippines. Drag Race Philippines always gives us the emotion, and not just the emotion, but the genuine loving reaction from the judges, which I don't
Mm-hmm.
think we see a lot of in other franchises. This one, it just feels like such a small family knit
And it feels real,
knit and
technic.
crochet group. It was just really, really sweet to see everyone rally around her.
Yeah. I was kind of smiling, but it's only because I was uncomfortable.
That happens. Everyone copes the way they can. I often do it with humor, but this is not the time. So Maxie wins. Congratulations, Maxie.
Well deserved.
So proud of her.
And extra sweet knowing like there's got to be a lot of pressure on your back coming from
Yeah.
doing so well in another, you know what I mean?
in another world.
Situation, universe.
Show. So the bottom two are Mick Chanel and Versex. Jay Quinn is safe.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been very critical of Jay Quinn, and I'm going to continue to be. For her entire personality to be K-pop, I think we expected a lot from her, and she's not a dancer. She's just not. The moves, they don't, and it's fine, but she's not.
Yeah.
I think it would have been really interesting to see Versex and Jay Quinn in the bottom together because they were kind of the mean girls to start. So then to see them fighting to stay and not be the first one out would have been kind of a poetic justice moment. But I also understand that Mick Chanel didn't exactly follow the prompt. And also, it makes a good storyline. You know, it kind of humbles her a little.
Yeah.
And I see that. But I would have completely been okay with her being switched out with Jay Quinn.
Yeah.
Did you think Jay Quinn was a good dancer? She's not good.
I think she was fine.
Okay. They're doing the lip sync. Mix At one point, Mix rips her bra off into wearing little pasties, and they cut to Mama Pow, and she's like, whoa! Like, back to Mama Pow, can't I hide how she actually feels? She was taken aback.
Loved her.
For sure. Unfortunately, that means the first person out this season is Versex. Now,
Yeah.
I did come to love Versex, despite herself and everything she said and did, but... I mean, I've already said it. If you're not going to play the game, go home. I was a little surprised. Her reaction was very level-headed. Her goodbye line was, she wants to be human.
Yeah, what did that mean? Because I was wondering if she was saying, like, she wanted to quit drag.
No, I read it
or
as,
did she meant, like,
she said, I
wanted
wanted to come
drop
here for my
her.
brand. I wanted to be the best. And now I realize, no, I just want to be a human. I just want to be a better person, is how I interpreted it.
yeah.
Because then when she goes back in the workroom, very level-headed, she's like, yeah, it just wasn't my day. We all have bad days. It wasn't my day. I was like, ma'am, in 3 episodes, you have completely changed. Good for you. Now change the rest.
An enjoyable episode.
I did watch Untucked. Nothing happened. So I'm just gonna
Oh, I
tuck
meant,
that right
I
back
meant
up.
to watch Untucked,
This
but
would
I
have been the
really
worst one to
forgot.
watch.
I really forgot.
All right, well, we will be back next week with another episode. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, of course, notification bell.
Join us on our Patreon at patreon.com/IMHO the show.
Also, we're both on Cameo. Isn't that crazy?
We are, but we also have Shameo. We can get both of us. IMHOtheshow.com.
All of our merch is at dragqueenmerch.com. Bye. For everyone wondering, for everyone questioning, we are doing a mega episode of the first 3 episodes of Global All Stars.
Yeah, sure we are. Oh, Global All Stars, yes.
We are.
We are doing that.
So that will be coming soon. I
Coming soon.
am leaving the town that we're currently in.
Yes.
I'm traveling to another town.
Yeah.
Really far away.
Uh-huh.
It is my husband Curtis. I'm married. Sorry, fellas. My husband Curtis's birthday is September 1st. So you can go ahead and start sending those monies in and stuff. It's also my nephew's birthday. Isn't that fun? So we're going to Chicago because his favorite jam band, Disco Biscuits, will be in Chicago. So we're going to
Yeah.
Chicago. Chan will actually be out of town.
So
Chan is
y'all-
going to New Jersey or whatever. So we're going to house sit for Chan and
Isn't
Peter.
that so fun?
I'm excited because I'm going to go through all their stuff. She told me not to, but
Yeah.
I'm going to. What is she going to do? She can't stop
Is
me.
that fun? And while you're there house sitting for Chan, I'm going to be here house sitting for you.
Thank
and I've already
you.
gone through all your stuff ad
Yeah.
nauseum.
I know.
So I'm just
There's
going to be
nothing
like
new.
pooping.
You're going to be pooping and you can take a bath. You can
Oh, I love
bathtub.
bathtub.
Should I get you some Epsom salts? You probably do need to soak.
No. Give me some Diet Coke though.
I'll get you some Diet Coke filled with Epsom salt. No, but I'm really excited to go back to Chicago. I haven't decided yet because I was thinking, should I try and
Go
should
to
I-
sidetrack.
That obviously is happening. Every time I go back to Chicago, they send me a little note and they're like, hey, we were just kidding about all that. Do you want to come back? And I'm always like, no, but this trip feels different. I was thinking, should I bring drag? Like, should I at least do like one show somewhere?
No, you know you're not going to want to.
That's not true. I love seeing people. So I was thinking maybe I reach out and just see if I do one. If I do decide to do something, I'll let you know. Otherwise, just I'll be at the Uptown Target most of the days that I'm there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most excited about. I
That's
love that Target.
such a good
it's the best
Target.
Target. It
It
really
really
is.
Really is the best.
But yeah, I'm really excited to head back to Chicago for a little bit. I mean, I'm sorry I won't be seeing Chan, but I will be seeing her stuff.
I am also excited because now I'm legally legally licensed driver, and I can drive you cats to the airport, and I can use your car. I have so many plans. I'm gonna go to the beach.
Our insurance is up
I'm
to date.
Gonna go to
And I've already talked to your parents
Highland
about
Park.
covering whatever damage you caused to the car.
and I'm gonna
Your
go.
mom said, "Of course, she's a girl; she can't drive."
I'm gonna go to my
which is
house,
something I want
probably,
your
like,
mom
back
to
and
unpack.
forth quite
That
a
is
bit, 'cause,
some
you know, I always
misogyny
forget.
bullshit.
I am
And
gonna go
she-
through some of
that's
these
inside.
wigs and just touch
And then
them
your dad
up.
said, "Shut up, faggot." What?
My dad doesn't say F.
Oh, only when he comes.
No, he doesn't say F. You know, one time, the first time when I tried cussing or tried saying something kind of risque,
Okay.
I started with, "You can suck it." And I said it to my dad one time. We were riding bikes, and he is like, "Do you
Wait,
know what that means?"
What? Why
Yeah.
would you say that while riding bikes?
Well, back then, when I didn't know what something meant, I would just say it and then like hope they would tell me what it means.
Sure.
And so we were riding bikes, and I don't know, I guess I was being silly, and I was like, "Yeah, you could suck it." And then my dad's like, "Do you know what that means?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Turn around," and we had to go back home, and I got in trouble.
What did you do? Did you put soap in your mouth?
No. I never got soap in my mouth, but I did get the paddle once.
Once? Your dad's a pussy.
I would get spanked a lot hand, but I only got paddle once.
Oh, because they couldn't afford that many paddles. I get it. I had that exact same experience, only very different, so not exactly the same. But you know, like when you were a kid and you'd come home from school and you'd be so wired because you were so excited that like the school part was over, and you know you get to go home and eat snack cakes and watch TV. We didn't have internet. My mom always watched.
It didn't exist yet.
It hadn't been invented by Al Gore. He was very busy at the time. But she loved watching All My Children, which is a American soap opera.
Oh my god.
And she loved a Susan Lucci.
Which is so ironic.
And there was this, why? Oh, because she doesn't
wasn't
love
watching
all of her children.
That's
true.
Yeah.
That's true. So she's on the phone. My mom is on the phone that's in the kitchen. And for those of you who don't know, at that time of life, if your phone was in your kitchen, it had a 100-foot cord so that you could walk around the house with the cord wrapping around the house. So she's on that. I don't know what room she's in, but I see the cords going somewhere. And we had this little black and white TV, and it's playing All My Children. And Susan Lucci screams, "You bastard." And I had never heard that word before. I had no idea what it meant. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. "You bastard." So I scream it. My mom whipped around the corner. So to get it to come back, you kind of have to hold it, and then it wraps back up. Anyway, so she hangs up the phone. She chases me around the house. I have no idea what I've done wrong. I have absolutely no idea. And she's screaming at me. She's holding, we didn't have bars of soap. We had like soft soap. We had the pump soap. So she's running around the house with the pump soap, trying to get it in my mouth. She finally catches me because listen, I've never liked running. She is squirting. She has forced my lips open, and she's squirting this soap into my mouth.
No!
And she won't tell me what I've done. I'm like, what? What did I say? And she's like, you know what you said. But like, honestly, I didn't. Anyway, that's why I've stopped talking to her. I mean, it took me like 30 years to make that decision, but damn, am I glad I did. You're never gonna soap me again, bitch. But that was what she would do. She would like pin us down and squirt soap into her mouth.
Oh my god.
And then sometimes, it depends on if her meds were working or not, but sometimes if she was having a low day, she'd use her finger and she would like brush our teeth with soap. See you next week.